Yeah, tough evening for our group. I thought we came out of the game strong, especially with these two guys making shots, getting to the rim. I thought we get a little bit out of our flow in the half, and Brown had a little bit to do with that with some turnovers. So we went in with a lead at halftime, but still not a great ability to take care of the ball with 9 turnovers in the first half. I thought in the second half, they really started making a point of going inside. Didn't quite have an answer there, and then they just made some threes. Lewis made back-to-back threes. Might be the first two of his for the year, or first couple, but I think that loosened him up a little bit, gave him some confidence, and then they just you let a team go 87.5% from 3.5, let a team go 70% from the floor. It's going to be really hard to win that game unless you're really batting well at the other end. And I just thought we didn't do a great job taking care of the ball on the offensive end. When we did, I thought we got to very good looks, and I thought guys made plays down the stretch. At the very end, we got the rebound after the 2 free throws. I thought we were in good space to attack the rim or get a quick 2. Looking back, I probably should have called the timeout and given the guys a set on the sideline, which I didn't, so that's on me. But credit to Brown for their execution and their ability to make plays in the second half.
Questions for the student athletes?
Yeah, let's just start with that second to last play. You got 9.5 seconds. He misses both his free throws. You guys got the ball. I mean, you go down there. What was going on? And you kind of wasted a little bit of time. So what was the thought process of that?
You talking about on the free throw or the?
Right after he missed both those free throws and you had around 9 seconds left.
Try to get a 3 up. The guys kind of crowded me a little bit, so I tried to pass and maybe come off what we call a rocket action, but it just didn't work out that way.
I guess you guys were up 12 earlier in this game. You had a lot of momentum going for you, and then they slowly started to claw their way back. I guess what were they doing better to help them get back into the game?
To put it simply, getting stops. I mean, when you look at our offense, we're doing a lot of things right, but there's a lot of little things that we can fix, and so they took advantage of those little things, and then they turned that to the offensive end for them too, and so. We didn't do a good job on defense at all, obviously in the second half with their percentages, but, we're going to fix it this week or we're not trying.
Jennifer talked about their physicality between Dabo and Lewis, and they just kind of going at you physically. I mean, did you see that, expect that? I mean, coming at you like they did, their physicality?
Oh, yes, 100%. I mean, we already played them early this year, so we knew what it was coming in. We knew their number 1 leading scorer was a big man, so we knew that it was going to be physical down low, so.
I mean, both of you guys, you can answer this, both of you guys exploded offensively tonight. I know it stings the loss, but, what can you say about what you guys were doing right offensively?
Yeah, I think it's just having confidence in yourself, no matter the ups or downs, We always talk about trying to keep a level head, even when things don't go your way. So I think Jaden can attest to this as well, just always having that confidence in yourself to know that if you miss the first 2, you're going to make the next one. If you miss that one, you're still going to shoot it again and have the confidence in yourself to know that it's going to go in the third time. So I think, that's just the mindset we go in offensively, but obviously defensively. Like, these numbers are atrocious, so we just got to get stops. And that's where we lost the game, honestly. Like, we made some mistakes on offense, little things, and the turnovers, but regardless of the turnovers, we can't let a team shoot 70% from the field and 90 from 3.
I guess one other thing was it felt like in the first half you were really pushing the pace of play, and you slowed down a little bit near the end of that second half. So I guess can you talk a little bit about what caused that kind of slowdown?
Yeah, I don't think it was anything that we meant to do. I think it was just a little sense of complacency on the players' part. We just have to be able to step on people's necks and turn 8 points into 13 going in a half, or I don't remember the score, but something like that. Just got to keep our foot on the pedal, keep the pace up, and the result probably would have been a little different.
I guess, Jaden, this was senior night. I know, again, the loss sucks, but, I mean, talk about the significance of this night being your second to last home game. And,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I love it here. It's a great college, and obviously, I've had a lot of good times here. Especially the last 4 years with my brothers. And so, I think like being a senior just means like taking care of the younger guys, and so, I mean, they make it easy for me. So,
And what are you telling the guys tonight after a loss like this?
shoot, great week of practice. Every energy's got to be super high. I mean, we're still in it. Like it's not like this is over. So, just making sure that guys are mentally checked in.
I mean, I could probably go back to most possessions and tell you exactly what happened right now, but I think it was a couple things. I think Lewis making those first two threes, I really do. I said it before. I think it loosened them up, and they just shot with confidence. I think that on their ball screen actions, we didn't have two on the ball, but we got a little deep in our drop, which allowed them to get a couple threes off of that. There was two miscommunications, which resulted in threes on the way we wanted to cover it. And honestly, when they're establishing the post game like the way they did early in the second half, you're going to have to react to that. So you're either going to have to go help on that, which might leave the perimeter open. And, they make some shots they usually don't make, but some of them were open. So as a result of our overreaction to a few things.
I mean, between last night and tonight, a lot of turnovers, a lot of careless errors. I mean, what are you guys seeing, or was it just Brown forcing them or Yale forcing them last night? What was going wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at two teams that are heavy in the gaps. That's the way they defend, and you got to make smart decisions when teams are defending that way. And we had some very good possessions where we did it well, and the same guys didn't do it well in other possessions. So it's our ability to be more consistent with that. I felt like we prepped them the right way to be prepared for it, but sometimes you're making decisions on the court, and sometimes you're not making the ones that are the best. But I thought the guys played hard, and there were somewhat aggressive mistakes, meaning trying to make something too much happen with the ball rather than just lackadaisical, if that makes sense.
I mean, just in terms of the three-point shooting, I mean, Jane had 5 threes tonight. You guys were shooting pretty well, but it just seemed like, Brown just kept, I guess, shooting even better, I guess. But in terms of the shooting performance, pretty good night last night, too. So what does that say about the guys and their ability to shoot the ball?
I mean, we had two decent offensive nights, right? We just, have to take better care of the ball. You take better care of the ball in both games, you're scoring a lot of points, right? And it's about getting stops. That's what this weekend was about, and which we didn't do. And we have to make a big stride this week to be ready to do that Saturday in New York City.
I mean, it's like nitpick. Do you think you could have got a bigger lead in the first half? It looked like they were kind of sleepwalking a little bit early, and they kept it to 8 or 10. Do you look at that, or is that just,
Yeah, you look at everything, right? And, you're not going to go in every half up 20. You're going to try, and I think we controlled most of the half. And I thought we missed some good looks. But when you aren't taking care of the ball, like anytime you have 9 turnovers in a half, you're not going to put an 8-point lead up to 14. It's not going to happen.